I'm just going to start saying stuff because that's what we do. We just say things as humans. Humans just say things. And if you look and sound important enough and you make your voice like, oh, this is really, really important, then people go, oh, what has he got to say? What's so important? I must know the importance of this thing that he's about to say that he says is important. Yet it's not really important. Gosh, I look like a homeless dude. I could shave. I will, eventually. And then you'd be like, oh, it's lovely, it's shaved. But not now. Who knows what's in my teeth and stuff. I got a small camera, but you could probably zoom in. See what's in his teeth. What's in his teeth? Some people, this is what I've learned from sharing perspectives, which is almost indescribable, yet I'm just going to say beautiful for the lack of a better term. But this is what happens when you actually expand your consciousness. You start to share other people's consciousnesses. And it's like you're them for a short period. If you stay too long, you might think it's you, but it's really not you, it's them. It's their consciousness. And the way things are shared is literally that you can feel, see, sense. It's like you're them during the sharing. And you feel how they feel, and you experience what they experience. And these sharings have taught me so much. I really thought that I was open and aware, because I've experienced a lot. I've experienced as much as I could as a, just traveling and doing things and being open to concepts. And I thought I was really open, and I thought I was like, yeah, I just love, and like, I know lots of things, and I can see from different perspectives, and all these are things that I thought. And then I actually was. Then my consciousness expanded, whatever the terminology we're going to choose to use, it's fine. But during the actual consciousness expansion and learning that I'm sharing with others' consciousnesses, I realized that I had very limited scope. I had a very limited scope. Extremely limited scope. So one of the things that I wanted to bring up was how people view things when they're watching things. Some people look at the eyes. Some people have really good focus. If you have extremely good focus and you can literally just focus on one thing and move and do different things, you can be an amazing manifester. Manifestation requires focus. I'm going to say a whole bunch of things. This is going to be fantastic. But for now, I'm just going to say we're going to go back to how people see videos. And some people look at the eyes. Like I said, look at the eyes and they stare and they focus. Some people look at the lips, how the lips move, how the lips are. what do they actually do? How do they roll their tongue? They watch the tongue in the back and they can see how it moves. And some people look at the nose and they look at how the nose is. And some people look at the ears. And not everybody just looks people in the eyes, especially if they're watching them on a screen where they can be rude, as it were. Because when you're talking and communicating with someone directly, you tend to want to put focus on the eyes or make sure you're being attentive in some way to them. But on screen, you can stare at anything you want. Some people just stare at the hands. Some people watch a whole movie and just look at their hands. That's what some people do. And they totally ignore anything else. Some people like hands. Before my consciousness expansion, I never thought about just looking at hands. But so many things I think about now. I think about everything. Well, not everything. So that would be too much. But I think about a lot of things. About a lot of things. A lot of fun things. I think about a lot of fun things. I think a lot of silly things. I have a lot of things that I think about. And I can see. And I can hear. Now. Because that's all part of it. That's what this awareness is bringing us to. It's actually showed me how humans can think. How has anybody sat down and said, how do humans think? Well, maybe they have. But I mean, it's not really a school curriculum maybe there is, to think. Maybe that's a philosophy there are classes like that. How to think. How does a human think? How does a human construct their mind? How would a human want to do that? How would a human want to imagine their mind being? These are the questions I ask myself, being in this vessel we call humans. I enjoy this. This is very therapeutic, so this might work out well for everyone. I see things. And I hear again, understand that how I view this is that I was already there before. However, I've gotten a lot farther this time. The first time, I just wasn't ready. I was too young. Just really didn't understand it. I'm still working on comprehending it. If you want to assist me, by all means, give me a clue. I know lots of stuff now. I just know lots of stuff. And here's the thing. I mean, it's everywhere. Once you get to a certain level, you just see it. It just makes sense. Just all of a sudden, everything clicks in, and you're like, "No, that's how it is. That's how it works." Because there's so much information out there. It's not hidden. It's no. I mean, some of the stuff is not hidden at all. Some of the stuff is literally just there, just out in the open. It's just out there. Yet people can be manipulated into a way that no matter what they see and no matter what what's in front of them, literally what's in front of them, they can be manipulated or set up. I would say set up. They can be I don't like the word program, geared. So when they do actually see something, they are seeing what someone told them it was and not what is actually in front of them, what they're actually viewing and actually hearing, and viewing, seeing. It's a concept that's, unless you have experienced it, it's hard to explain. I just did the best I could. And I'm just letting, we're going to call it spirit, we're going to call it superintelligence, we're going to call it my ka, my soul. I just let them flow through me. And other consciousnesses and other beings that are doing the same thing at the same time, or we're just thinking about each other at the same time, or we're wanting to communicate in that way in the same time. Having an expanded consciousness is not a new concept. It's not something that just happened now. It's in all the different religious texts in some form or fashion. You can find tribes all around the world that we would call psychic. They communicate with their minds. They just do it. It's natural for them. They don't need a cell phone or television. They don't need it. The amazing thing about the interface, I'm just going to say interface because that's fun too. This is about fun. We could literally be cyborgs. Some would think that would be fun, and some would think that would be scary. So choose the concept that makes you happiest. I'm ascending into the amazing heavens. We'll think that way and do that. I'm a cyborg that I need programming and reprogramming. Well, if that makes you happy, do that. Literally, just choose one. What does it even matter? What's the real difference? The goal is to feel good. Is it not? That's why you buy things. That's why you do things. That's why you go places. That's why you drink certain things. That's why you take certain medications. That's why you uh, um, do XYZ. That's why you have these jobs. That's why you take this money. That's why you do all these things, because you want to feel good. Because whatever it is you're doing is going to get you to this idea of feeling good. So you can just feel good. I'm just looking at the screen. It's doing this weird, some kind of weird thing. I'm going to do another video because I'm going to start breaking up these videos and you'll just be seeing me again. So until next time.